Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Hey, stop. No. Who are you barking at? Do you hear that? Listen. Do you mind? Listen.
Passenger, a little bit more. Passenger. There you go. Passenger.
Whoa. What a barista. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode and welcome to the beautiful Big Bear, California. I am here for an Overland Summit, and that is essentially a group of people that have all come together up here in the hills of Big Bear in the automotive and overlanding and camping community. So we've got everything from Rivians, electric vehicles with trailers with huge solar panels on them to help them charge when they're out in nature like this, all the way down to crazy Jeeps like this, like the boys from Morflate. So I arrived yesterday and we had a very chilled afternoon as everybody came into camp and made their way here from all across the US. I'm very fortunate I was able to drive here, so I've got Diesel Dog with me for this adventure, but some people flew in from as far as Nova Scotia. We sat around the campfire, had some drinks, had some amazing food, got to know each other, and got ourselves ready for today, which is where you find us right now, where we are going to go out on the trail and go and do a fun run out with all of the trucks and vehicles that we have here. We just stopped to air down. Morflate have showed up, so they've got their amazing system that I've showed in previous videos. So join us on this adventure as we explore the backcountry of Big Bear and check out some amazing overland vehicles. All right, we're approaching a hairpin, which I'm definitely going to need to do a 40-point turn. So we're just waiting for everybody to get around the hairpin here. Everybody's stacking up. Isn't this just gorgeous though? I mean, seriously, out here in the middle of nowhere. The old girl's doing well, very dusty. But yeah, no issues with the tires. Like I said, aired down here to about 25 PSI. There's my Bilsteins up there. She's doing a sterling job. Such a big girl. Allegedly, the hill climb we're about to do looks steeper than it actually is. So we should all be fine. No drama, although this next section, yeah, this bit looks a little bit more challenging.
Right now, bump. Come. Another bump. Now start turning. There you go. Straight to me. You're going to hug this tree to your right. Keep coming. Passenger, a little bit more. Passenger. There you go. Passenger. Now straighten it out. There you go. All the way up. Climb it. You're good. Keep coming straight.
Beautiful. Never doubt myself for a second. Oh, drop your radio.
Keep going.
There you go. Speed and power never fails. All right, let's see if the second Rivian can make it up a little bit easier. They're gonna go up a different way. Right, we're all set up for lunch, and because I'm the awkward vegan, I don't get to eat the grilled sausages that they're doing on the back of the Hitchfire stuff, but I did have some leftover curry from my favourite Indian restaurant in Big Bear called the Himalayan, so I'm absolutely fine. And nice little non-alcoholic bevy here, so cheers everybody. What a great day out on the trails. So I set up the shade here, the awning, so that there's tons of space. There's also a whole awning here on the side of the Rivian. But Diesel decides to lie in full sun on the dirt. I think we've got enough people and enough gear here that we could literally start our own commune just out in the wilderness and be able to sustain ourselves for a while before we actually have to go back into town and get some supplies. Between all the rigs we've got, it's nuts. We just had a really good talk from a firefighter about safety when you're out here and first aid and how to deal with stuff. So I think we're about getting ready to move out. I was going to show you some of the vehicles, but I think we're all loading up. But you can kind of see behind me here the type of things that we've got. Everything from Rivians to crazy rock crawling Jeeps, Tacomas, all kinds of stuff. Nice Jeep behind me here. And then of course Old Faithful. Diesel just had a nice sleep. You ready to go? Ready to do a few more miles? So I've just got to take down my awning and we will be good to go. So right now we're going to split up into two groups. One group, the extreme group, is going to go up White Mountain. The other group, my group, is going to go back to camp. Now, I think, based on the other vehicles that are going up White Mountain, I think this would do it. But A, I've got to drive this thing home, so I don't want to break it. B, I've got Diesel with me, and as much as he's great on these and he's been having a nice time, he definitely doesn't like being bounced around too much when we're going over the real bumpy trails. So I'm going to go back to camp and just kind of hang out a little bit, and hopefully when we get back there I'll be able to show you some of the awesome stuff that they have. Things like the Lance campers, and then these crazy tents that look like space pod things. Epic. So we're gonna head back there. I think we've got a fire road to get us back, so it should be some more beautiful driving. And yeah, we'll be back to base camp in no time. And we're back at camp. Let Diesel out. It looks like I got a pretty hefty whack by a tree at some point. So I'll have to polish that out, but that's fine. Nothing we've not done before. So all of this that looks like scratches, it actually isn't. It's just dust, but there is so much. I don't think the truck has ever been this dusty. Bear in mind, it was super clean when I bought it. I mean, look at that. That is wild. But we made it safe and sound, including the dog, which is the most important thing. Did you have a nice time? Huh? Do you want to chase some pine cones now? Do you want to chase some pine cones? Ready? I'll tell you what, that boy is in his element. Are you being wild and free? Young and wild and free? Got a stick, got a stick, got a stick. How about this one? How's this one? Is this one good? Ready? 1, 2, 3. This is your sign, everybody, to build a truck camper. It doesn't matter how much money you do or don't have. You can do it very, very simply, or you can do it very, very bougie. But what it does allow you to do is be in places like this and be able to sustain yourself, be happy, be free, be away from the noise and the hustle and bustle and the drama and the politics and everything else. This tree, not interested in politics. This one, not interested in drama. Perfect. You just come out here, chill. If you've got a dog, bring them because they love it too. And yeah, just bloody have an amazing time. I'm not a big napper. Like, I don't typically nap during the day, but that was a solid power nap. So I also recommend that. If you ever wondered, should I take a power nap? Unless you're operating heavy machinery, yes you should. What are you doing? Get your stick. Get your stick. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice stick. So let me give you an update on my fridge freezer setup here, which if you've watched the video where I went through my whole setup here with like the solar on the roof and the power bank and everything else, then you will have already seen. If you haven't, this is the EcoFlow Glacier, it's called. It's great. It's a fridge, freezer, and ice maker, which is very, very bougie. I have it set up just as a fridge, so both of these are the same temperature right now. And then I have the Delta 2 Max down there, which is a huge power bank. And then I also have the AC unit, which I don't have in the truck right now because conditions have been absolutely perfect and there has been no need for air conditioning. However, I have had an issue with this, and let me tell you about it. So let me say first, if you're not interested in nerdy stuff like voltage and amps and watts and stuff like that, you can skip forward. I'll put a little thing on the timeline so that you can skip forward to more fun stuff. But if you are interested in solar panels and how I power all of this and basically have an off-grid setup in my truck at all times, then please stay and listen in to Adam's TED Talk on how to make the EcoFlow fridge freezer better. So if you saw the system I had before, I had a very cheap Amazon fridge. It was the cheapest one I could find on Amazon. I believe it was an IceCo. And then I had a Jackery power bank, and they were all being topped up by the sunshine, which was hitting the solar panels, 200 watts of solar up on my roof, and then also topped up via the AC outlet in the truck. It worked great. I never had any problems with it, but when I got the opportunity to swap everything out for top of the line, beautiful EcoFlow stuff, obviously I took it. And so I have been very happy with the functionality of all of the things, with one exception. And that is that if I left the truck parked up for 2 or 3 days without driving it, so the Delta 2 Max wasn't being charged by AC power, it was relying purely on my solar, I was coming back to the truck and the Delta 2 Max had either run out of juice or was... What are you doing? Got to keep an eye on Diesel because there's coyotes out here. So there was a crazy pack of them last night howling. And so I'd come back and be like, why is my fridge off? And then I check and my Delta 2 is at 0%. There's no reason for that to happen. This fridge should not be pulling that much power that in 2 or 3 days, it completely drains it, especially given that this has a battery built into the fridge. But that, my friends, is the problem. The battery will charge at about 120 to 140 watts even when the battery is at like 98%. These solar panels on a sunny day will generate anywhere between 120 watts, and on a really good day where the sun is perfect, it might generate 150 to 160 watts. So you can probably start to see the problem here is that on a cloudy day or a day where I'm not getting crazy sunshine, I'm pulling 120 watts of power out of the power bank, but I'm only able to put in, say, 60 to 80 back in. Then you couple it with the fact that I now have this WeBoost system for my mobile phone signal, so it boosts the mobile phone signal when I'm out in a place like this. And what happens is I now have a draw on that battery bank on the Delta 2 Max of somewhere around 140 to 150 watts, but I'm only topping it up by 80 or so. And then it dawned on me, what if I unplug the battery from the fridge so that it replicates the system that I had before? So I pulled the battery out of the fridge, and sure enough, the drop in wattage that it was pulling when the compressor kicked on was like 20 or 30 watts versus 120 watts. So I left it for a few days, tested it out. Sure enough, this Delta 2 Max never drops below about 70 or 75%, even if we've had an overcast day and I haven't run the truck in 2, 3, 4 days. So that is the solution. I have fed this back to EcoFlow. They have sent it off to their engineers. So if you see a software update soon, you can thank me for that because I've just fed it back to them. So if you do own one of these, pull that battery out unless you specifically need to use it on battery power, and your battery bank will thank you for it because it will pull way less wattage and you'll be able to sustain yourself for many, many days using just the sunshine. So the caterers left Diesel some food for tonight. So Diesel gets his own dinner. Very excited about this. Wait. Can I have a paw? Good boy. Can I have the other one? Sit. Can we paw? Can I have the other one? Other one. Good boy. Go on then. He's been waiting for that all night.
Let's see. Yeah.
All right, bud. You have a nice sleep. Yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the kisses. I'll see you in the morning. Good boy. Good boy. Night, bud. Good night. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Did you have a nice sleepies? Did you have a nice sleepies? Did you? Did you? Good boy. Good boy. Hello? Hello, are you exploring? Are you exploring? Yeah, he's exploring. Yeah. It's the crab. Whoa. What a barista. Take care of your stuff and it'll take care of you. So when we arrived, we were given a swag bag, but I haven't actually looked at what we got yet. So let's do a little unboxing. First of all, we have a ton of hats. So Tread Agency, these are the guys that actually put on this event. Tough stuff, Overland. What do you think, bud? Nice little green. I don't have any green hats. I don't really wear color, I just wear black. Oh, Hellwig suspension products. This may be coming to the channel very soon because Hellwig make sway bars or anti-roll bars for things like that, and it basically helps when you've got extra weight in the back like I do with the bed platform. So I was talking to Mel from Hellwig and she was like, yeah, we should talk. So keep your eyes peeled, you may see some Hellwig products coming to the channel soon. These guys are so much fun. And so yeah, they make these badass coolers that were originally made for whitewater rafting, and I believe they have a soft-sided cooler that should be the right size for the Sea-Doo. So you know how I was saying in my previous videos that I really wish that I had a soft-sided cooler that would allow me to take ice with me on these trips? Well, hopefully very soon. Tech Wash, technical cleaner for waterproof clothing. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, what's this? What's this diesel? Whoa, look at that. This is a Coast fixed blade knife. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. No, what is, that's not wood. You hear that? Listen. Do you mind? Listen. What's that made from? Does it say? I don't know what it's made from, but absolutely beautiful. I imagine it comes with some type of carrying pouch. It does. Oh, and also, oh, dropped it. And also, very glad that it isn't leather as well. You guys know that I don't try not to do leather wherever I can. Obviously, the truck has leather seats, stuff like that, but if I can help it, then I try not to do animal products. So that's nice that this has a little, like, whatever this is, ripstop, nylon, whatever you want to call it, with a little belt loop. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Coast. What was that? Oh, I know. I'll use my knife to open this package. I love the fact that Morphle are using the neon green, not neon yellow, like my colour, but it's very, very close. The neon green on all their stuff, so you can tell there's a part. Tyre pressure gauge. Beautiful. Nice little pouch. Thank you, boys. Footwear cleaning gel. I think they go on like that. I think that's how they work, and then they keep flies and mosquitoes away from you. Oh, okay, cool. A water bottle holster. So you can clip it onto your bag, and then it's got this little pull string. Oh, that's nice. That'd be nice for Diesel's water bottle, actually. Clegenic. Keeps mosquitoes away. And then last but not least, Rigid Industries with their flashlight. Very nice. This is the RI 800. Awesome, look at me, what a lucky boy. Look at all this stuff. Just swagged out on a Wednesday morning, and I believe breakfast, well, I know I've already had kind of breakfast, but the catered breakfast, I believe, should be here soon. So let's pop down there and go and get our brekkie, shall we? Want to go get some brekkies, huh? Let's go get some brekkies. So after that 4x4 recovery session, we are about done here. The guys are actually starting to pack up, but I did want to show you these shift pods because they look like they belong on the surface of the moon and they're really cool. So Michael, you were saying these things are all insulated and basically weatherproof, right? Hot,
Absolutely.
cold, it doesn't matter.
It reflects heat and insulates.
And so they use a lot of these, you were saying, in like disaster zones, right? Where people have been displaced and then they can pop these up.
And they were actually, and the girls are staying in here right now, but as you can see the space.
Oh wow, it's very cool. And each one of these is a vent window, so you can flap it down and then you have a little porthole.
Absolutely, there's a little porthole and you can bring air in. You can even just zip down the door and then also seal up in cold environments. So they're really cool. They're easy to break down and pick back up.
They're awesome looking. And were you saying as well that there's a place where you can have a vent for like an AC unit that you could run in there?
Yeah, I believe so, right over here.
So exhaust in, and there you go, look at that.
Or I call it something else.
So yeah, you could run an AC unit into there, and then with everything sealed up, I bet you it stays nice and cool.
It really is. We use this on 7,000-foot cliffs in Montana.
You did, yeah.
And moved the whole camp in one day, and it was so nice to have the bags versatile, throw them in and reset camp.
Yeah.
They were originally designed for Burning Man.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, these have gotten really big out in Burning Man, and they do a big town of these out there. So the designers on these had that in mind, and really it falls into so many areas that that makes sense, especially here in the outdoors when you're putting on a little event or just bringing your family out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very cool. I love them. Well, talking of accommodations, I'm about to show you something pretty wild. So you guys know that I have my truck camper, and I've basically built it so that it has everything I need and nothing I don't. Well, let me show you what the other end of the spectrum looks like when it comes to truck campers. So I am here with Jim from Lance Campers and Diesel, obviously, and we are in front of a huge slide out camper that they offer. But I told you that there was the other end of the spectrum of the truck camper world, mine being at the skinny end and other things being at the slightly chunkier end. Well, let me just show you, because even though this looks like an RV, this is a truck bed camper, which blows my mind because from the back it looks like a full-blown RV.
It certainly is. It is, as you mentioned, the definitely the opposite end of the spectrum of sleeping in the bed of your truck as you were used to. Many of the same amenities just scaled up. Right. You know, it's a mobile apartment. It's a really cool way to do this overlanding thing.
There's a lot of people that have apartments smaller than this in New York City, a lot smaller than
certainly.
This. Yeah. And so is this the biggest model that you guys make?
This is not. We are on the upper end.
You do a bigger one than this?
We do. This is the 975, which has a single slide out. Yes, a truck camper with a slide out.
Okay.
We have two models that are larger than this. Both have dual slide outs. So opposing slide outs, and one has a sofa slide out, a couch that'll pop out the back, and then a slide out with the dinette similar to this.
So awning, permanently mounted, electric.
Everything electric.
So,
Lance is a premium brand. We're a pedigreed truck camper manufacturer. We've been building them since 1965. Right. So we want the experience that you to have as an owner to be push button. Push button awning, remote control to raise and lower the camper. You'll see these are touching the ground just to stabilize here.
Course,
we're not entirely necessary. We can also remove this camper, leave it here on the ground fully functional, and then go run around on the trails and do what we want to do. Take the Sea-Doos or the boat to the lake. You know, very versatile way to do this camping.
And we're going to get to these in a minute because these are definitely up my alley. This is their new Enduro line, and these are adventure campers that you've just come out with these, right?
Yes.
These are fairly
we
new.
launched them in the spring.
So huge. This is like a slide out deck here, right? So this pushes in.
This is, we call it the Ultra Deck bumper. It is essentially additional storage as well as kind of a nice firm landing space for your entry and egress.
So yeah, you do have additional storage bins there as well. Wow. Does it have a roof deck?
Yes, roof. You can get up there full walk-on roof. We do have an air conditioner up there, satellite dish up there, roof racks for carrying rocket boxes, kayaks, things like that.
So the crazy thing is, once you get inside, there is no way that it feels like I'm inside of a truck camper. Like, this feels like a full-blown RV.
I have worked countless RV shows, and the amount of times someone has come in and said, well, what do you need to tow this? Without even looking, because people get their blinders on without even realizing they just stepped into the back of a truck.
Full dinette. I assume this turns into a bed as well?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Then we have a full-size, queen-size?
Queen-size bed, 60 by 80 inches.
Oh my goodness.
100% LED lighting, a ton of storage. smart television that will be able to stream Netflix or watch YouTube. You can watch, what we're doing now on that TV here.
A huge bar, and this isn't even the slide outside. So right now we're stood. No, there's the slide out.
Yeah, you can see the frame to the slide out here.
Yeah.
It is essentially the refrigerator in the dinette area. So it is this wall slide.
Okay, and this is a huge fridge freezer as well. This freezer is about the same size as the freezer I have at home. Nice toilet. You don't have to shower with your toilet here. I love the lighting as well. The fact that you've got the skylight in there makes it feel so big and airy. And in fact, you kind of got double duty because you've also got the vent fan that also gives extra light.
And for bigger guys like you and I, that skylight in there is actually providing a little bit of extra headroom, so we're in the shower, we can move around without bumping.
Yeah. And then full kitchen, is this gas or electric? Gas.
Gas.
Okay.
Yeah, you have onboard propane, onboard lithium-ion batteries, onboard solar panel to trickle charge your system, so you are entirely off-grid independent.
I am just blown away by how big and spacious. And I mean, look, like this, I'm 6 foot. This is 6'6". I mean, headroom for days. A lot of times you get into RVs and stuff and things feel like a little cheap. Like everything feels really nice and, like you say, premium.
We CNC cut all of your cabinetry, all of your interior walls, all of your exterior walls. And we're talking real 3/4 inch thick wood walls. Same on the cabinetry. I mean, this is something that is going to stand the test of the time and be able to run down the trail in your truck.
This obviously goes in the bed of your truck and you take it with you, and when you're done you put the legs down, you drive your truck out and it stays just hanging out. The next one is one that you actually hitch mount and you drag it behind, and it looks pretty awesome, especially for the kind of stuff I do. So let's go check that one out.
We're going a little bit more into the Overland.
Okay. Oh, of course the Morphlate boys are in there messing things up. This is
place to change
Tyler from Morphlate, ladies and gentlemen. So they know the products, but they don't know the man behind it.
Oh, jeez.
And yes, he does always wear this shirt.
Most of the time.
Yeah, normally it's got his face on it though.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal shirt.
Yeah.
I have one with Adam's face on it too, so.
That's true. So this is the Enduro camper, correct?
Yes.
The
Yes.
Lance Enduro.
Something like this you can tow behind your Ranger, you can tow behind your Tacoma. It features a fully articulating suspension, real truck wheels and tires. The really cool thing about the Enduro and what is making it exceptional, making it unique, is this here. It's a new proprietary design for us. We are separating the frame and the upper living space on isolator bushings from the chassis and the suspension of the trailer. So when you're ripping down washboard fire roads or trails, the vibration transfer from the road is being dampened from the upper living space by these bushings.
So tires are working, suspension's working, then those bushings are working as well.
Exactly. So the cabinetry and the things that you have up there, it is CNC cut, so everything's 90-degree angles.
Yeah.
But over time, vibration it's a very powerful thing. So we're vastly limiting that.
You've got the sort of aerodynamic shape with a ton of solar on the front. What is that, like 400 watts?
Exactly 400 watts.
How much battery do you have in this?
200 amp hours, 2 100 amp hour lithium ion batteries, complete with also a 1500 watt inverter.
And if we keep going around, so obviously we have regular hitch mount, although this is an articulated thing, right?
Yes, this is an articulating hitch made by CU Off-Road. Obviously the idea, again, like we're separating the chassis in the upper box with the isolator bushings, what this is doing is separating the articulation of the trailer in the tow vehicle. So this is going to be able to move and bob and weave. As you're going up and you may be off camber with your vehicle, this is going to stay flat, and so on and so forth as you crawl down the trail.
Very cool. Yeah, because obviously with a regular ball hitch, you've only got a certain amount of call it tilt that you can hit before it's going to start to want to separate, whereas this essentially you could put it through 360 degrees and it'll still stay attached to that ball mount.
Exactly.
And so here's the kitchen. So we're al fresco cooking in this model.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea was, you know, we want to take this outdoors. The reason we're going outdoors is because we want to experience the outdoors, right?
Yeah.
So we brought the cooking space outdoors, similar to what you see in the teardrop trailer market. This is a square back trailer, but a ton of storage. You're going to have onboard 40 gallons of fresh water. You have an onboard gray tank as well, a black tank for your toilet in a cassette, which is portable and removable.
Yeah.
You're going to have a propane stove, and then your Truma cooler freezer, similar to what you were speaking about a minute ago.
Very cool.
Pull everything out here and check it out. Comes out on a slide.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Plumbed into your onboard
okay.
propane system.
Yeah.
And then up here, additional storage.
Nice, I like that. Very cool. TV, I know this works because we were playing Mario Kart on it last night.
Yes, we were.
This I really like as well because this gives you shade while you're cooking.
It does.
So yeah, if it was raining, you could still be out here cooking and you would have plenty of cover. Have you ever thought about doing some type of a like a curtain that you could mount to this to fully enclose this?
We are actually looking at that right now. We've looked at a curtain system here. We're looking at a screen door system for this space here.
Yeah.
Additional enclosures. We're also working on a prototype. We had a batwing awning, not unlike what I saw you pop up on your truck yesterday. But because, you know, during the setup, we're pretty tall up there.
Yeah.
Because one of the main defining features of this is that guys like you and I can stand up and have a full stand-up shower. We'll see that when we go inside.
There's a shower in here?
But we're also working on putting an awning on this side as well. Now, not a massive space. It's a 12-foot trailer.
Yep.
But I think you can see when we get in here, there's a ton of usable space. Molly panel, modular storage, which us overlanders are very used to. You know, we all have different hobbies, and things like this allow us to kind of cater to our specific need.
I love it.
Your gear versus my gear could be very different.
Yep.
So
No, it's a
storage,
great feature.
storage. And then
yeah,
this
well,
would be one of the, as I alluded to a second ago, one of the big defining portions of what we're doing. Because Lance is a premium brand, we want you to have those creature comforts. So a full stand-up shower. Now this is what you call a wet bath, which you also mentioned a second ago, where everything's all in one.
Yeah.
Not like the big truck camper, which
But
is
it
kind of
makes
fun.
sense in something like this.
But you know, for me, I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
And while I might not be, you know, I might be hunching over a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've got a hot shower.
It's better than no shower. Yeah, exactly. I'm a big fan of that modular, you know, we'll give you 75% of the functionality and then you make up the 25 that really dials it in.
Exactly. I mean, when I first did, you know, my initial setup for this, I had Velcro straps here, and I had flashlight. I had the poop bags for my dog. I had all that kind of stuff just strapped here.
Yeah.
And it's conveniently, if you're a forgetful person, as I can be sometimes, it's right here as you walk in and out.
Exactly.
So
you said that the prototype model, slightly different layout, right?
yeah, it is built on the same platform, on the same box. We can walk over and check it out.
Yeah, let's have a look.
The thinking in the second floor plan was to bring that cooking experience inside. We have the bed down in this model, so you could also check that out.
Oh, okay.
And see that space.
Yeah.
You know,
huge.
For a guy that is, you know, I'm just about 6'2" on the dot, you know, ample room.
Plenty of space. Weirdly, it doesn't feel any smaller. Like, because the shower's been moved here instead of here.
Basically, these two spaces just flip-flop.
Do you know what? I would argue that this somehow feels more spacious inside.
It does, doesn't it?
Maybe it's because there's more space here, but it just feels more spacious, and that's with the bed down.
Yeah.
So with the bed up,
I think it's because when you walk right in, when you move the bathroom this way, you know, you have that bathroom door right here.
Right.
Which directly at your first look experience, you're looking at a wall, whereas here you're looking at open space.
That's what's doing it.
And the window.
It's the fact that there's the extra window. There you go.
As we go over here, one thing we didn't talk about in the other, you have your battery monitor. This particular battery monitor will show you your current draw with this lights on. It'll tell us, hey, we've got 8 hours left.
This, if I was going to do it, this is the floor plan that I would go for. I really, really do like it. And a little birdie tells me that there might be an even lighter version in the works.
We have a prototype for... you know, ideally we wanted to hit as a Wrangler pulls up. We wanted to hit that. We wanted to hit the Jeep crowd. Okay. So this at being 3,500 is still heavy for your two-door Jeeps. So we're gonna come with another model that is not full stand-up. It's going to be called the Mini, but will hopefully be somewhere around 1,000 pounds lighter than this.
Well, dude, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Phenomenal.
And hopefully, in the not too distant future, you might see me rolling around in one of these for a pretty cool event. So stay tuned to that. And I'll drop all of Lance Camper's information down below, so you can check them out. Obviously, we didn't go deep into the tech specs on these, but we had a lot of stuff to cover. So if you are interested in the nitty-gritty, then I will link each one of these models so that you can see all of that down below. But dude, thank you so much.
Thank you, Adam.
And I'm looking forward to the next one. Well guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I've had such an amazing 3 days. So has Diesel. I think he might have enjoyed it even more than I have. Just seeing around all those people and feeling so comfortable was so nice. And then obviously the event itself was awesome. Great group of people, tons of awesome products. So I hope you've enjoyed coming along, and yeah, hopefully I will be working with some of those brands in the near future, bringing some more upgrades to the truck to facilitate even more of these off-grid adventures. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I'd love to see you here again. Like this video, share, comment, do all the things. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called now, Threads, just everything. Just all the links will be below. Thank you so much for watching. Most importantly, remember, until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.